Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Yen and I am a full-time reseller on apps like Depop, Poshmark, and Mercari. I created a Depop guide for beginners a while ago, so if you're interested in learning how to use Depop, I will link it above. And if you guys want to learn how to use Poshmark, this is the video for you. I learned how to use Poshmark, I would say, a little over a year ago, and I learned some tips and tricks that I wanted to share with you guys on how to make a lot of sales. I always hear people talk about Poshmark when I first started reselling, and I was very curious on why people would prefer Poshmark over Depop, just because there is a 20% fee on Poshmark compared to the 10% on Depop. So I finally learned on what to use Poshmark for, and I thought this video would be super helpful if you want to make some money on Poshmark. I'm going to start off by showing you guys how to use Poshmark if you don't know, and if you already know how to use Poshmark, you can just go ahead and skip this part. So when you go to Poshmark, this is basically your closet. You can go here by going to the top right section and click on My Closet. It will lead you to your page. This is where you will mainly be, and Poshmark has some new features that I actually haven't tried out, so I don't know everything about Poshmark, but I did want to share the basics with you guys. They have my bundles, they have my likes, they have news, basically all of your activities, and then you can also use my drafts, which I will show you guys in a little bit. And there are also my sales, and that's where basically you go and see what people have purchased from you. I just want to share on how to list items with you guys on Poshmark. You can click sell on Poshmark, and that will lead you to the selling page. And usually I use my phone for this, but I'm going to show you guys how you can do the same thing on the laptop. So I have some drafts up here that I'm going to list pretty soon. Let's say I want to work on this draft right here. This is the pair of boots that should be up by the time you guys are watching. I have imported from my phone and I edited all my pictures already, so I do have a stock photo for this listing. I know that a lot of people use stock photos on Poshmark, so this is something that you do at your own risk, but sometimes, you know, you want to stand out, you can use your own photos. For this pair, I found a stock photo that looks really clean and nice. I could in this case not use any stock photos because I do like my pictures. Then I went ahead and I added my title. To optimize your search, I put in the brand name first, I put in the color or sometimes the style, and then I put any keywords following that to help people find it better. And then I also sometimes put the size at the end in case they're searching on Google or something. And then I also have this template, which is really easy. I go ahead and I put the title again in the description, which you don't have to. I put the size, the condition, so basically some really important details first. I also put approximate measurements. These are for my clothing, so whatever details that I have, I note that. Sometimes when I put also the condition, I might put some creases plus scuffs. I try to be as detailed as possible. The brand is optional, but I would suggest putting the brand because people search by brand, and this will definitely help narrow down the search and your items can appear. And then you also want to add some colors and some style tags. I went ahead and put the original price and then also what I'm thinking about listing them for. Poshmark does have this suggested price range, which is really helpful. Sometimes I just put in my own price because I have looked at comps. Sometimes I follow that range. Your earnings are after the 20% fee, and then you can just click update. You can post that way, or if not, you can click cancel and you can save your draft. So that's basically how you list your items. The next thing I want to talk about is sharing your closet. This is something that a lot of people do on Poshmark, and this is something that you should do to help your items sell, because your items will be pushed up to the top whenever someone searches for an item. So you can share your item manually, which I will show you guys right here. You go to your closet and there are 3 buttons on each item. There's a heart, which means you're liking an item. There's a comment. This is the share button, so what you would do is just click it and you can share to the Posh Party. I feel like the more important one is to your followers, so you just click that and it will update. If you have a lot of listings, I feel like this is very time consuming, so I use Posher VA, which is a bot. Essentially, there are a lot of features with Posher VA that I can explain in another video, or if you guys have any questions, just let me know down below. It'll share your listings for you a bunch of times a day and you don't have to worry about it. I think it's definitely worth it if you have like 300 items and you don't want to sit there and share all 300 items. It has been a game changer for me ever since I started using Posher VA. I also used closet tools before. I do have a video of essential tools that I think will be definitely helpful for resellers, especially clothing resellers, so I will link it above. I also wanted to let you guys know that Poshmark is very interesting. It doesn't release your money right away. So basically, when someone purchases an item, Poshmark will basically hold your funds until the buyer accepts the purchase or after 3 days of the item being delivered. This, I feel like, is a good and bad thing. It's a bad thing because you don't get your funds right away as a seller, but it can be a good thing if you're a buyer, because in case someone is scamming you, let's say you're buying a designer bag, you would want Poshmark to hold the funds in case that person is not sending you an authentic item, or if they even ship out the item. And there are a lot of things that go on with the claims that people may make against you. So I would just recommend, when you're listing, to provide measurements as best as possible and just to be very descriptive and take pictures of all the flaws that you see. Your love notes are your reviews. They're basically 5-star reviews that buyers have left you. So those are the only reviews that are public to your page. So let's say someone gave you a 3-star, it won't be noticed by anyone else except for you. If there are a lot of low reviews, then it might affect your Posh status. I did want to note that for you guys. Poshmark has a shipping system that is very easy to use. Once the buyer has purchased your item, it will generate a shipping label for you that you can ship items up to 5 pounds. You just have to print out that label, stick it on, and send it off to USPS. These labels are also priority shipping labels, so you can get free shipping supplies from USPS and use those packagings to ship out your items and save some money. If your items are over 5 pounds, I think you can just go into the inquiry or like the help section of that order and you can actually upgrade it. Now I have some tips to share with you guys on how to be successful. So before you purchase an item, you just need to check comps, and that's basically checking sold listings and comparing it to similar items that are selling or that have sold to see if it's worth picking up. Usually what I do is I type in, let's say I'm selling Madewell jeans, so I'll type in Madewell high rise skinny jeans, and then it will pop up a bunch of listings, and usually my size will be clicked on your phone, but you just want to go to all sizes and then you go down and you click sold items. And this is, I feel like, the more important part when you're checking comps, because the available listings don't mean that they're gonna sell for that much. As you can see here, there are some that are in a different style, but I usually try to narrow it down and look for that same wash, that same size, and just that same exact style, and see how much they're selling for before I make a purchase on my items to resell. Also, another thing is to answer questions that people may have. People might be interested, but they want to make sure that they're gonna buy this item without any problems. So make sure you answer your questions, and it will also show that you're being active. Try on photos are very important if you guys are not using any stock photos. I just feel like an item is more likely to sell if a person can see what the item looks like on. Some tools that I think are really useful would be to have someone to share your listings for you constantly, or you can just use Posh or VA or something like that, and you can get free shipping supplies on USPS. I would also suggest you to cross-list your items to Poshmark if you guys haven't already, and you can cross-list from Poshmark to other platforms as well. This way your items are on different platforms and different people can see them. The last tool that I wanted to mention would be to get a roll printer if you are considering to resell for a long period of time, because it's really worth the investment. It's very easy, simple, and I don't have any issues with it. I will make sure to link it down below if you guys are interested. But overall, Poshmark is really easy to use. I just really like the platform because it's very simple once you get to know it, and I think the main thing is just to focus on listing and sharing your items constantly. This way, you know, your items will be pushed up to the top. So those are all of the information I have for this video. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you guys are new to Poshmark, let me know which apps do you prefer selling on, and maybe I can learn to give it a try. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave it down below. And if you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and give this video a big thumbs up if you guys found it helpful. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!